Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, True School Sports, coming to you live and direct on Google Hangout. I'm chilling with my main man, Rafael Calvo from Las Vegas, Nevada. How you doing, Raf? I see you shadow boxing doing the thing.
Good, man. Enjoying tonight's fights and is making me want to go outside and run right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights on tonight. Obviously, boxing. We're definitely going to talk a lot about boxing because there's lots to talk about. But then we also had UFC, which I know we don't normally talk about UFC in this channel, but Holly Holm was kind of involved in a fight, so she's related to boxing, so we kind of got to talk about it. So
Yeah.
we'll start off with the women with UFC. What do you think about the Holly Holm Meisha Tate fight?
I mean, first of all, I want to say that Holly Holmes is a true champion, bro. Like she was put in out of her element. She this girl what is it, Tate?
Meisha Tate,
Man,
yeah,
yeah, she really took her out of her element, and she had a fight. So I give most respect to Holly because she comes from the boxing side, and that's really mostly what I know about that fight. But Tate held it down. She did what she had to do, and she never gave up because at the same time she could have been like, oh well, you know what, I can't bring this girl down because she's taller than her. Holly Holmes is a beast. Like she can move. And if
yeah.
you see, there was a round that Holly had her like feeling like she might lose. So I don't know. It was a good matchup. I liked it, and I feel like Holly did her thing. So much props to both of them, and congratulations.
Yeah, man. And Meisha Tate, man, I knew a little bit about her because I know she fought Rousey a couple times. And I know she was like she's more of like a ground game person. Like she likes to be on the ground more so than standing up. So great win for her. Holly Holm obviously was like on the biggest high you could possibly get on as far as UFC goes. She
Yeah.
destroyed Ronda Rousey. I
Do you
kind
think
of
there's still a chance for like a triangle type of fight where now Tate is gonna go back and fight Ronda, and then Ronda's might go back and fight Holly, or is it just you just keep going? How does this work out now?
I'm not sure. From what I've been reading, they were saying that this kind of works out for Dana White because Dana White, Ronda Rousey was I guess the cash cow of UFC. So
Right.
Misha Tate has already been beaten by Ronda Rousey two times, and even though she did beat Holly
Twice.
Holm, stylistically speaking, it does. From what I do know, that Ronda Rousey matchup is a bad one for her.
Oh wow.
That's what I know.
Okay. Okay. So this is great. Then I guess women's the bantamweight is back in business right now. It's still gonna be on fire
Yeah,
because the way that she beat Holly Holm, she deserves the respect now.
yeah. Well, I'm going for Misha Tate regardless because she's the finest woman out of all of them. So that's what I'm going for.
Okay. Well, she's got some biceps, man. You better be ready.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got my I got my what do you call it? I got my dumbbells right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start going to work.
Yes, we need to start taping this stuff so she
Yes,
can
yes.
see.
Yeah, man. So that was a great win for Misha Tate. What did Conor McGregor had a fight against what's his name, Diaz?
Yes, sir. Nate
Nate
Diaz.
Diaz. What was your take on that fight?
Well, first of all, I want to say this was a pretty even matchup until it got to the ground. They're both lefties. At first, Connor was switching fight positions, so he went righty for like a few seconds, and then he went lefty. I was kind of thinking that Connor had the ability to knock out Nate Diaz because he was showing, a lot of athleticism. He was throwing some roundhouse kicks and stuff like that. He was showing off a little bit, and I don't know if everyone agreed with that. And I don't know, I didn't see anyone bring it up in the UFC announcing team, but I think that kind of threw him off, where he didn't have a game plan. He just went in there and tried to use his athleticism. They were throwing a lot of left hooks, kind of like left hand missiles, kind of like the ones that Jessie Vargas was using
Ooh.
tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were catching Nate Diaz at first, but then Nate Diaz gave him it back, and when he gave it back to him, he was more prepared to give him more of a combination with everything else. Connor's leg kicks were really good and they were tight. They looked like he could have hurt him. But I think it was a weight issue. Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't really watch UFC like that. But this is my take. I think the weight issue was definitely something that threw him off. But Nate Diaz deserves the full credit because they both had 11 days to get prepared. So if you're a champion and you want to win, you want to keep the title, and you also want to make money for your family, then this is what you got to do. You get in the ring and be prepared, and no excuses. So Connor didn't say any excuses. He said he's going to try to get back in the ring. I mean, in the octagon, and from there on, it's all she wrote, man. It's over. Yeah. Conor McGregor's undefeated record is over. He got smacked.
I know before we got on here talking, live, you talked to me a little bit about how the Conor had to go up all these weight classes and they had to make weight. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Conor went up to 168. I don't know what division he was at, but I know he went up 25 pounds. And in boxing, that's like suicide, right? I mean,
yeah.
Who does that in boxing? Like Walters, maybe? Huh?
He had an 11-day camp, right?
Something like 11-day camp. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's both of them, but I think for sure Nate Diaz had 11 days. He made it that they called them up and they, put him on the training camp so he could start because he accepted. So I don't know if Conor had 11 days, but I know for sure Nate Diaz did.
Okay, wow, that's insanity. I mean, imagine if like boxers had to do that. Like if we saw Triple G have to go put on 15 pounds to go fight Sergey Kovalev or something like that.
Yeah.
Have 11 days and go fight. Oh,
they have done that, but they never had to put on the weight. They would accept in a drop of a hat. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's when you change divisions that it makes it kind of like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. But old school UFC is like that. You would see guys that are tall and little short guys fight big dudes, and it would always be like that in old school UFC. But now they're trying to switch it up and make it more like boxing, and I guess they're again switching it up again and making it more exciting for the fans because Conor McGregor put on 25 pounds, man. I got to give him some respect for that.
No, you got to. That's insanity.
Yeah.
I tip my cap to him. I tip my cap to anybody in any fighting sport that goes to a different weight class and challenges someone that's at the top of that weight class, like Kamir Khan, Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
So we knocked the UFC out of the way. Shout out to Meisha Tate and Nate Diaz for scoring victories tonight. Now time to get to what we normally talk about on this channel, which is the boxing.
Boxeo.
It's boxeo. So we had on HBO, we had Luis Ortiz take on Tony Thompson. That's the main event. But before we get to that, we had the undercard, which was Sadam Ali versus Jessie Vargas. Jessie Vargas scores an impressive TKO victory over Sadam Ali. Bit of a shocking fight to me. What was that fight, Raphael?
Jessie Vargas. I've seen him fight before, but Ali, I hadn't seen him fight in a while, and his style was kind of picture perfect for Jessie Vargas, and I'm shocked too. What did you think of the fight? Like, did it end too quick for you? Did you think it was gonna be a 12-rounder?
No, I didn't think it'd be a 12-rounder, but I didn't think Jessie Vargas would be the one winning. I mean, Jessie Vargas, if you've watched him fight, when he fought Bradley or Khabib or like Verdiev, he's a guy that's very hittable. He stands right there. He throws one or two punches. He's not the kind of guy that throws a lot of punches. So, I did see him throw a few more combinations than I'm used to seeing him throw. And, it wasn't just that. He landed a lot of flush shots against Sadam Ali. Sadam Ali would throw a lot of his punches, but he wouldn't move his head. So I was sitting there about 5th or 6th round. I'm saying, man, at the rate this fight's going at, so Jessie Vargas is going to catch Sadam Ali with a straight right hand, and literally like the next round he got caught with that devastating straight right hand and hit the canvas. So I mean, for me, I'm shocked because I thought Sadam Ali was going to pull this out. I thought, I was in New York City. I talked to him last week. He's in good spirits. He seemed very hungry, determined. And honestly, Jesse Vargas, like I said before, not the most well versed fighter. So I thought the style matchup was in his favor. But this is why we watch boxing. That's why we had to watch the tune in
Yeah.
on fight night, and
Hmm.
that's what it is.
And when you spoke to him, did you see any? Did he favor his ankle in any way? Because he was talking about something about his ankle.
I mean, when I was there, he seemed just fine to me. He seemed just fine. I
Was
didn't
he
see.
standing straight? Did he have a? Did he
No,
have?
no, he seemed 100% fine when I saw him. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was later on in the week, but when I
Yeah.
talked to him, Sadam Ali was fine.
Okay, so there you go. There you have it, folks. Ali was definitely a good matchup for Vargas. I don't know. His combinations weren't as flush as Jesse Vargas. I agree with you. Um, Jesse Vargas had the kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 type of combinations,
Yeah.
and then the last two combinations would always land really good, and some were even to the body. And like you said, man, Ali never adapted. He looked good at first, but he didn't adapt when it got serious.
Yeah. So my thing is, we've seen a lot of, this is like the third, I would say the third American fighter that's taken, their first loss in like the past, like I'd say like 6 months. We saw Amir Imam, who I'm really close with at the heavyweight factory. He took a loss over Adrian Granados. Peter Quillen got destroyed by Daniel Jacobs. Now we have Sadam Ali. Where does Sadam Ali go from here? What do you think he's gonna go from here?
Definitely back to the drawing board. Definitely back to the drawing board. He seems like he has a lot of support from his corner. It was very professional over there, and he was top 10 in the Ring TV. So he's got to get back to the drawing board. He's got to make himself look good. Um, I don't know who he should fight, and honestly, I don't know if a rematch would look good against Jesse Vargas. So, and it's hard. How do you come back from a title loss and you're undefeated?
Yeah.
So you gotta fight somebody solid. He's got to fight someone solid, but it just can't be some no name guy. He's got to fight like, someone that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, well, for Saddam, it's weird to me because you look at a guy with his background, 2008 U.S. Olympian. He defeated Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. He had a good competitive fight with Francisco Santana on the Klitschko Jennings undercard. So he did get some valuable experience. I thought he was going to come into this fight and he was going to get pushed, but he'd make the adjustment. And that ultimately didn't happen. So for him, I would like to see, does he have, I don't mean to sound cliche, but does he have, the heart of a champion? Like, can he come back and do what great fighters do, which is come back from losses? So we'll see, man. We've seen it 2 times. Like I said, Amir Imam lost. He's got to prove himself still. Peter Quillen doesn't even know if he's going to stay at 160. He might move up because he's so big. We've
Yeah,
seen a lot of guys take losses, so hopefully the Saddam Ali isn't another cautionary tale of American undefeated fighters.
definitely agree, 100%.
Yeah, so we wish Saddam Ali the best, and Jesse Vargas, congratulations to him, on a great performance.
Congratulations.
Let's talk about Vargas for a second. Vargas comes off a performance against Bradley where he lands a flush shot, kind of like the one he landed against Ali, but it was against Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley was still able to stay on his feet. He got there was a controversial stoppage, but non-stoppage, and then it went to the cards. So, what do you think this does for a guy like Jesse Vargas, who was like down in the dumps a couple of months ago?
I think they should put this guy against anybody. I think he's ready for anybody. Uh, One thing I don't know yet is if he's elite, but I would like to see him versus Danny Garcia. I know that'd probably be impossible, but that's the match I would like to see because, see, Danny can do some of the things that Ali does. The only thing is that he doesn't have the wingspan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that would be a good matchup, but it's not something that would happen. So, like I said, if I was Bob Arum, I would just put him out there with anybody and just make him defend that title. He's trying to get his rematch. He deserves it. He knocked this guy out. Like, and he knocked him down twice.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't like a BS thing, man. Like he really did his thing, and I don't know if he's elite, but I think he's getting there. I think he deserves more shots.
Yeah, yeah. I think for a guy like Jessie Vargas, they gotta. If I were Bob Arum and I'm trying to get him in a fight he could win, I would probably try to get him in with somebody who can't handle inside fighting. Because we saw Sadam Ali tonight. Sadam Ali, if you watched him, he was trying to stick that jab out there and make it an outside fight. But once Vargas was able to cut that distance, he didn't know what to do with himself. So. If I were Bob Arum and I'm trying to move this guy out, try to get him in there with somebody who can't handle, fighting within close quarters. Sadam, man, I really can't believe he lost that fight. I picked him to win.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that when you told me you thought that Ali could beat him. Well, I don't know if you thought he could beat him easy, but you just thought he had the edge, So
Yeah.
yeah, I respected that, and I wanted to see what Ali could do, and he showed a lot of flashes of brilliance, but man, like he was just like a few steps behind every now and then. It was just like almost frustrating because Vargas was getting so close on him, landing that missile right hand just over the top like that. And at first Ali had an answer with the uppercut, with the left hand uppercut, and then he just stopped. He started almost to fight like Vargas, but then he started to back up as he was doing it, and you can't do that when you're fighting someone that just wants to destroy you and take your title. You gotta switch it up, and he didn't even hold. So I kind of respect Ali for throwing down, because it was a good, entertaining fight. Like it wasn't like a outlandish type of score, but still, man. I mean, come on, Vargas was landing on you. You gotta, and he knocked him down in the first round. No, wasn't it? No, not the first round. Second or third round, right?
It was like the fourth or the fifth, something like that.
Okay, yeah. So it was halfway.
But he was landing a lot of flush shots early, like second and third. He was landing really, really good shots.
Okay, well, it's back to the drawing board, and he shows that he has a lot of ability, man. Ali is no slump. It's just got to get back on the bicycle, man.
Yeah, find his way back up. So, I mean, tough loss for Ali. Great win for Jessie Vargas. Now, let's move on to the main event. We had, veteran, old geezer, Tony Thompson. Good fighter in his day. We had him, and we had Louis King Kong Ortiz. Now, the fight pretty much, went how we thought it would go. I think Tony Thompson getting Ortiz as many rounds as he did was the only surprise to me.
Yeah, huge surprise for me, too.
That
first knockdown was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was off of the first straight left hand he threw. Like literally, the first straight left hand he threw, we put him on the canvas. Louis Ortiz. So, I mean, I think for me, the only reason the fight lasted so long is because number one, Tony Thompson's a taller opponent. So I don't think Louis Ortiz has been in there with a guy that big yet. I mean, real tall. I think he had about 20-something pounds on him, 23, 24 pounds on him. And,
yeah.
The guy has a lot of ring experience. He's been in there with some of the best. He's been there with Klitschko. He just fought Malik Scott. He fought David Price. He beat David Price a couple of times. So he's been in there with some good guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Louis Ortiz, was able to box smart, get the job done, and piece that dude up for 6 rounds.
I mean, what would you do? I mean, Luis Ortiz is already seasoned. I mean, he already has shown everything. But he says he hasn't shown everything, so he just played around. And at first, he was serious, but the guy actually was messing with Ortiz's head. So that was kind of entertaining as well, too.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you can't get me out of here." He was playing with him in the third and fourth round, around that time.
Yeah, he was tough. And Bernard was talking about how Ortiz should have went to the body, but I guess that's not the heavyweight style. What was your take?
Well, it's not just that. Like I noticed that if you watch through the first couple of rounds of the Jennings fight, same thing kind of happened. Ortiz landed an early knockdown, just like this fight. I think in the first round against Brian Jennings, and he just straight up headhunted for the next 3 or 4 rounds. And then it wasn't until he started going back to the body again that he was able to get the stoppage. So. I don't know if that's like a bad habit Ortiz has, but he needs to kind of clean it up. Because if he fights someone like a Joshua or a more seasoned Joshua or Tyson Fury or someone like that, they can exploit him not going to their body because that's what he needs to do. Being a destructive puncher, a guy who can move around the ring. He needs to really start going to the body a little bit more early on. But I mean, it's hard to argue with the results because he's stopping these dudes with that inside of 6 to 8 rounds every single time he fights.
Yeah, but it would help him though. It would help his game if he went to the body just a little more. It doesn't have to be out this world like Triple G, the type of going to the body, or even Sergey to mention. But I don't know. It's up to him. But his left hand is still a bomb, and guys like that don't get into like hand injuries or anything like that. I mean, of course, in boxing, you can always get a hand injury, but the heavyweight guys, they always can throw with both hands. So if that's what he's depending on, then so be it.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of happy in a way that Tony Thompson gave Ortiz these rounds because maybe it'll get some of these other guys to say, well, hey, look, Tony Thompson, who's like a nothing right now,
Yeah.
44 years old, went 6 rounds with him. If he can go 6 rounds with him, I know I could probably beat this guy. So hopefully, if Deontay Wilder's watching or someone, any one of the top heavyweights watching, maybe they'll say, hey, they might sign a contract.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they packaged it up so he could just get in there and get somebody, and then just was like, oh, well, this guy had fought Klitschko before and stuff like that. Plus, he's a DC native, so it was kind of cool. They brought some people out there. It was entertaining, but, I think Ortiz needs to fight again, and he does it every 3 months, so it shouldn't be nothing for him. I just don't know when he's going to get that big fight. Like, is he ever going to get that chance?
I don't know, but I do know that there was rumor floating around that he might be fighting on the Canelo Khan undercard.
Oh, wow.
So,
He needs that. He needs that big time.
so if he can get that kind of exposure, that'd be huge for him.
That's a good look.
Yeah, I hope it happens for him because I honestly think like if they give him the right opponent, he could wind up stealing the show that night.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be back to work for Luis Ortiz. That's what he does. So it doesn't matter who they put in there.
No, it doesn't. And I hope he trains right here in Miami. I'm trying to get down there soon to Fifth Street Gym down there in Miami, so hopefully he can get himself a Luis Ortiz.
Has he ever gone to the heavyweight factory?
No, but one of the guys that works there, like I think his brother works with him or something like that. So I know every Friday, or not every Friday, but I know a couple of Fridays a month. Trevor Bryant, one of the heavyweights at the heavyweight factory.
Shout out
to Trevor the Dream Bryant. 18-0. I forgot his record right now, but he's undefeated with like 15 knockouts.
The WBC interim or something like that.
Yeah, the NABF title, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Trevor Bryant. But yeah, no, he spars with Ortiz every couple of Fridays. So I'm gonna ask you next time I go there, because I'm going there Monday. I'll probably ask him. I'll say, hey, Trevor, when you plan on sparring Ortiz again?
Yeah, see what he thinks. And the crazy thing is that Trevor can go. I already can picture them sparring. That would be nice to watch, man. I would like to see that one.
Yeah. No. I know he's gonna get work in soon because I know Stavern's gonna be here this week. Actually, Stavern will be sparring with Shannon this coming week.
Oh wow, that's another. Oof, that's a good matchup right there, man.
Stavern, Shannon Briggs.
Oh yeah, I mean if that's if it gets heated, I can see a lot of, bombs being thrown. But yeah, that'd be a good one too.
So yeah, I mean, great performance by Luis Ortiz tonight. What else we had tonight? We had that. I mean, I know we had the Showtime card. I didn't get a chance to watch too much of it. You didn't get a chance to watch any of it, did you?
I couldn't bounce around with all the UFC, and I tried to catch a little bit of the Margarito fight. I know that he won. I know that he won. Yes,
he's back.
Yeah, with a new eye.
With the new high. I was watching the thing on Instagram, and the guy was like, "Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Robots."
A typical Margarito.
But
Oh
he got the
man,
W. He got the W. So I don't want to act like he's going to be a player at 147 or whatever he's fighting at, but he got the W.
it was they were 140. Those guys are 147.
I don't know. I don't even know what the heck they're fighting at. I'm just saying, like, whatever he's fighting at, I don't want to act like he's going to be a factor at in that weight class.
No, it's just not even. I mean, come on. Margarito has that crazy messed up eye, and
Yeah.
he. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I mean, you got him. You got him coming back to fight. You have your boy Zab Judah fighting next week.
Zab Judah,
Super
right? Left hand. Yeah, super Zab Judah, man. I want to see it though. That's my guy.
Hopefully you can
Vegas
get
native
to that
now.
one.
Let's see. I'm hoping.
We'll try to make that happen. Maybe we can talk to Zab. Talk to Zab. Talk.
Yeah, I gotta look into that.
Yeah. But
At the D, Las Vegas.
the D, Shabba Bryan fought there.
Yes, sir. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Man, so yeah, I mean, I know on the Showtime card we had a couple of fights. I got a chance to catch some of it. The first fight was Tony Williams. I don't know if you know Tony Williams. Tony Williams is a 154 pounder. He's most probably notable fight he fought on PBC against Willie Nelson. That was on the undercard of. That was the undercard of I'm gonna say Thurman Colazo. I don't know if you remember that fight.
Ooh, I did watch that card, but man, I don't remember Tony.
Tony Harrison was an undefeated guy from Detroit, and I remember he fought Willie Nelson. He was up on the cards, and then Willie Nelson came back in I think 7th or 8th round and knocked him out, something like that. It was a good fight.
Was one of those guys an Army guy? Or maybe nah. Never mind.
I don't remember. I don't remember, but I just know that was I know it was on the undercard of Thurman Colazo. But anyway, Tony Harrison he fought tonight. I'm pretty sure he got the win because I saw it. I think I saw it somewhere. He got the W. He fought the 154 pounder Antoine Douglas. I know a lot of people have been hyping him up. I've heard his name thrown around boxing groups. Thunderdome has mentioned him a couple of times. I've seen his name, and I actually one of the guys that I got a chance to meet at the Terrence Carter fight. Shout out to my boy Cliff Mass. He is with Greg Coleman Promotions. That's the company that Antoine Douglas fights under.
Shout out.
Yeah, unfortunately he couldn't get the W tonight. The W tonight. I know he.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I just know he had from the parts of the fight that I watched, he had whatever the guy's name he fought. That was the white guy. I don't remember his name, but the guy gave him a hell of a fight, and I guess he wound up losing because I came back later. I guess he wound up losing, and then.
Did he get dropped?
Oh, when I watched him, he got dropped. Yeah, he got dropped.
Damn.
Yes, I don't know how he lost. If it was by decision or knockout, but I know he did wind up losing.
Damn. Okay.
That's never easy because I know he was a big time, like they were just hyping him up. You have him, and then also on the main event for that fight was I forgot the other guy's name, but the main part of the main event was Julian Williams, another 154 pounder that everybody's excited about in the boxing world. I'm not sure if he got the win. I'm actually going to check right now while I'm talking to you. Did Julian Williams win tonight? Because everybody's like excited about Julian Williams. He's actually.
Oh, he did.
He won, right?
Yeah, he won.
Okay, because he's like one of the only guys in boxing doing, I think he's doing voluntary VADA testing year round to get I think he's joining Nonito Donaire as the only other guy.
Oh.
So
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won. So I mean, the Showtime card, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one. But there was 3 good, really pretty good prospects on that one.
There you go. There's the knockout right there.
Oh, okay.
There's a stoppage. Yeah, Williams.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So he put in the work. So I know I'm not sure. I might check that too while I'm at it. But I know while I was watching the fight, the announcers are talking about. I think the fight might have been like an eliminator or something like that, because they kept mentioning Charlo's name, one of the Charlo brothers, because they said that I think that's like I think that's one of the fights they want to see next for him is him against one of the Charlos.
Yeah, he mentioned something about about legacy at the end of the fight. Um, this could mean the world for him, man. Who knows where he goes from here? But if he's with Showtime, that means Al Heyman, so he's gonna be able to move up and start,
Yeah,
fighting good fights.
yeah, and I mean he's a Philadelphia guy. We know those Philadelphia fighters, for the most part, don't take no crap and they want to fight. They're not afraid of anybody. So
Never give up attitude.
I love Philly fighters. Shout out to my boy Hank Lundy. Shout out to my boy.
Yes, sir.
Boy ain't afraid of nobody. But yeah, man, Julian Williams gets a W, moves on to bigger and better things. A lot of undefeated fighters taking L's though tonight. We had Conor McGregor, Meisha Tate, Sadam Ali, Antoine Douglas, all taking L's.
Man,
4 undefeated fighters lost their 0 tonight.
I guess it's a new trend. Could be just for now, but let's see what happens. We got next. What do we have next?
As far as fights go,
yeah,
I know this upcoming week. I know. Well, this was supposed to be the week we had Thurman Porter, but that obviously got canceled.
Oh wow! Why did you remind me of that? Why did you remind me of that? That's a good fight, man.
That was a great fight. That was like the fight I wanted to see. And it's not happening. But let's see. I'm on Ring Magazine right now, looking at the schedule for this.
R.I.P. to Porter versus Thurman.
It's never gonna happen. I know there was another fight on today. There was Ruslan Chagayev and what's his name, Lucas Brown.
Oh, the heavyweight, right?
Light heavyweight, or something like that. I know Lucas Brown wound up pulling up a W.
Yep, I saw footage of that too.
Oh wow! Okay, so listen to this. So next Saturday we're gonna have obviously the Zab Judah fight. He's fighting a guy named Josh Torres, and then you have.
Is that Showtime?
No, it's CBS Sportsnet, wherever that is.
Okay.
And Leon Spinks' son is fighting on that same card.
Las Vegas natives.
Yes, but then okay, so look. There's 2 very notable fighters fighting that same day, but I can guarantee you, because from what I've heard, there's not going to be any fights on HBO or Showtime next week. But there's 2 very notable fighters fighting next week. In Liverpool, England, you're going to have Guillermo Rigondeaux fighting James Dickens.
What?
Yeah, that probably won't. That's not going to be on America.
No.
And then you have David Lemieux taking a tune-up fight against James De La Rosa in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
But I can guarantee neither of those fights are going to be on regular television in America.
Yeah, we'll get that footage.
We'll get the footage later on.
We'll get the footage. Who knows how that one goes? How that weekend goes?
Yeah,
because those are good fights, though.
Yeah, the next real big fight in America, at least, is not going to be till the 26th when Andre Ward takes on Sullivan Barrera.
That's a must see.
Yeah, we got Barrera talking trash, saying he gonna stop this boy in 8 rounds. How you see that fight going, Rap?
Well, I've seen Barrera fight live on that Sergey card in August. Yeah, it was August.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He's a tough customer. He's a tough customer. What's funny is that it's gonna sound crazy, but I see him like a taller, stronger version of Verdejo. Only thing is, Andre Ward is a beast, and he has a different way of fighting. So it should be kind of interesting. And remember, it's just an example, but at the same time, Verdejo is a little green. So imagine if Verdejo was fighting like Andre Ward of his division.
Oh,
how would that? How would that? It's a must see because it's just the same thing with Verdejo, bro. We don't know if he's ready yet, but unless you put him in there with somebody, he won't be able to prove it. And I'm telling you, Barrera is strong. He's a strong, tough customer. It's not going to be an easy fight for Ward. I've seen this guy fight live. He's solid.
Yeah. Well, not just that. He's an experienced amateur. He's a natural light heavyweight. The most interesting thing for me coming into this fight is, Andre Ward he didn't really have a fight at light heavyweight, but he kind of did against Paul Smith. I think he was like 172 and a half, something like that.
Hmm.
Not really a light heavyweight, but I'm interested to see how his body adjusts to the new weight. How sharp will he look against a guy who is no pushover, like you said, a guy that is a naturally bigger man. So it's gonna be a tough fight for Andre Ward, and if he can get through it, we know this guy Barrera is coming to win. He got really pissed off because Ward had made a big deal out of the purses, and now this is the biggest fight of this guy's career, and he's old enough as it is. So this might be the only chance he ever gets. He's gonna come in 150% with guns blazing.
I would be surprised if Barrera gets knocked out, but to me, if he does, and to be honest with you, I'm like on Barrera's corner because I like his fighting style. I want him to win, but if Ward knocks him out, consider Ward back.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
you got to give him that props because.
My thing is this, though. I don't see that happening because if you go back and you watch the Paul Smith fight, I know Ward was very rusty, but I'm saying
it was messy. It was a messy fight.
It was a messy fight, but I mean, he could have got Paul Smith out there a long time ago. Paul Smith was not. He's very hittable, and I think Ward took way too much time with him. To be honest with you, now you could say that he was trying to get his rounds in, but I mean, Paul Smith was a nobody. He was overweight, didn't come into the fight in shape anyway. So she just got him out there, but he didn't. So I'm just interested to see if he can do this against Barrera. I honestly, I'm gonna pick Ward to win just because he's Andre Ward. Why would I pick Andre Ward?
Yeah.
I want to see the Kovalev fight. So bad.
Yeah, you can't see it if Barrera wins. If Barrera wins, it changes the whole.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, if Barrera wins, he earned it. Nobody's gone in there and defeated Andre Ward yet. So that's no easy task. So I'm looking forward to that one. Hopefully, we can find a way to watch this Rigondeaux fight. Because I want to see the guy I deem as the uncrowned pound for pound king. He had promotional issues and stuff. If he had the right backing behind him and got the right fights, he'd probably be the pound for pound king.
So I'm assuming that you had him going up. You had him winning going up against Lomachenko.
Yeah, I have winning going up against anybody. That guy is.
Wow. But that's a good matchup, though. If that were to happen, that would be. I think that would be a number 2.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Lomachenko, Rigondeaux, 2 of the best amateurs of all time, fighting each other. I think Rigondeaux pulls that one out. I think just the balance, the footwork, the defense. Just too much for Lomachenko.
Awesome, man. Well, what else we got for the night? Is this it or?
I mean, I don't know. We got I'm trying to think. I know this is kind of going back to last week, and I talked about this a little bit on the channel, but Top Rank was saying that they want Terence Crawford to fight Ruslan Bravanikov next. What do you think about that?
Well, that is definitely a huge test for Terence Crawford. I don't know if he's ready for that. I think that's a great test for Terence Crawford, man. I think that all the fans would tune in. If he got 1 million, you say he got 1 million pay-per-view buys, right? For
not pay-per-view buys, he drew 1 million viewers.
Ratings. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He got at 1 million views.
He will become a pay-per-view star very soon if he beats Ruslan.
Yeah.
But
personally,
go ahead.
I think he's if that fight's on the table and Bob Arum has every intention of making it, then it has to be signed, and they got to do it because Terence has had 3 fights at 140 already. He fought a guy who was really a 147-pounder in Delorme, and then he fought 2 lightweights that came up in Derry Jean and Hank Lundy. So
yeah, it's getting old.
He's got to fight a 140-pound guy, and Ruslan Bravanikov, tough, rugged guy. Never hasn't been an easy fight for anybody. It was a hard fight from Tisse. Tisse goes in there.
You there?
I'm here.
Okay.
If Terence goes in there and he stops Bravanikov and makes it an easy fight, then that just goes to show us how great Terence is.
Well, how would you strategize if you were in Terrence's corner? What would you tell him to look out for?
I would tell him to look out for looping left hooks. Ruslan Veronikov, he likes to throw those left hooks. Um, and I would just tell him to, just do what he's always done. Fight at a distance, take those first 2 rounds to look at what he's got in front of him. And
Yeah,
the third, fourth round, once you dissected what you needed to dissect, switch southpaw and go to work.
yeah, I hear you. You know what? I agree with you because Terrence has never been the type of boxer that never stood his ground. I was thinking, maybe he should just, you should tell him to stand his ground. But Terrence has always stood his ground. So, you know, you're right. Maybe it could end early.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to somebody. I was talking to my friend. Shout out to my homie Mara Christopher Atkins. He's a professional fighter. He's like 7-2. He recently fought Jason Quigley, who was on he's one of the up and coming guys on Golden Boy's card. We talk boxing all the time, and we were actually talking about that fight, and he told me he thinks that Terrence would stop. He thinks Terrence would stop Ruslan Vanikov inside of 6 rounds, and I was like, well, why do you think that? He's like, because Ruslan's taken a lot of punishment. He's been in so many wars that fighting Crawford at this point would be for Terrence an easy fight for him. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be an easy fight, but I want to see it.
Yeah, it's a man. That's a good fight. If they stack the card up real good too, HBO would be winning, man. And after for a little while, I had the Al Heyman PBC team, Showtime, and all that. I had them winning in the first half. I mean, well, in the first quarter of the year, and now it seems like I would say it's tied.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Porter Thurman fight getting canceled really that was a big blow.
Yeah.
A huge blow. Had that fight went through, then I'd be saying they're right now they're at the top because
Hmm.
that's a huge fight. And
Just for this year, for 2016,
yeah. So we'll see what happens with PBC and all those people, but it is what it is with that whole camp over there.
Yeah, because they were supposed to have a pretty good undercard on that one too, right? I
Oh,
forgot who
well,
was on
the
there.
only undercard fight I remember hearing about from that one was Abner Mares versus Fernando Montiel.
See, but that would have, damn, those cards sometimes they're pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. We have another fight coming up on April 1st. We got Ashley Theophane versus Adrian Broner.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm really looking forward to that fight because Bradley held like crazy versus Porter.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I want to see something different from him, but if he shows me the same old Broner, that his stock has to go down, bro. And I'm not just saying from me; it's all from all boxing fans. I'm sure they already discussed it with a lot of things he's done already in the past. But he's been talking crap as usual, saying "f the money team" and "f this" and "f that." And
yeah.
he got Rick Ross with him, and at the press conference.
I know. My friend was at the press conference. Shout out to DC Mike TV.
DC Mike.
DC Mike, yeah. So he was there. Man, Ashley Theophane's that's the perfect match for AB because Ashley can't really punch that hard. He's a bit older. He's on the older side now.
Mhm.
If AB don't come out this fight and deliver a highlight reel, I think he said he's gonna deliver a performance for the highlight reels of his career. He needs to deliver that because if he delivers anything less than that, and this is a competitive fight, then there's a serious problem with AB. There's a lot of problems with AB. He is the problem for a reason.
Yeah, he's literally the problem.
He is a problem.
Yeah, and he doesn't know how to solve his own problems.
No, he
So
doesn't.
this guy really needs to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
Real.
it's funny too because at 140, I've heard people say the people that aren't too high on Terrence Crawford say that they think Adrian Broner is a guy that could beat him.
I don't know. I don't know. The thing about Broner for me is it's not just about because he shows up, right? He shows up, fit and all that. It's never like a weight issue. So it's not that he's lazy. It's not like a Julio Cesar Chavez type of thing.
Yeah.
Junior, so it's not that type of thing. But you know, it's I think it's his fighting style. I've been saying this for a while now. Like he needs to get away from the shoulder roll
Yeah, he's not.
because he can't do it. He's never proven that he could do it, and the only time he did do it was against smaller guys. And once he moved up to 140, he started getting spanked.
Yeah.
So I think he should go away from that. And some people have even seen video. There's been rumors that there was a time when he didn't fight like that. He used to fight a traditional
High guard.
textbook. Yeah. So what's wrong with that? Like, why do you have to fight the shoulder roll style? And then on top of that, he does it low too. So he doesn't do it like Floyd. He does it like low.
Yeah, it's not a
Like,
at all.
yeah, like it's almost like he's baiting you to come in, and then he tries to catch you. But the Floyd has many different tricks, and I'm not saying that Floyd's the greatest of all time, but come on, man, you do the shoulder roll, you gotta do it right, dogs.
No,
do
you
it right, do it clean, to stop holding.
You do, man. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, okay, if AB goes out and does what he has to do, beats Ashley Theophane, then I gotta ask myself, like, what's next for him? Is Mayweather the promotions or whatever, Al Heyman? Are they going to finally give him a bigger fight or sign a deal, or is he gonna keep fighting these guys who are either inactive or just perfect matchups for him?
Well, what you said earlier, what you mentioned earlier, is a perfect plan. If you were Al Heyman, wouldn't Broner be the best giveaway for something like Terrence Crawford? Because they're gonna make money.
Oh yeah, I think because I look at like the Terrence Crawford's last fight against Hank Lundy. Like Hank Lundy's personality was like obviously entertaining personality.
Mhm.
But we saw that brought out of a Crawford. You put a guy like Broner in front of Crawford, who's just like ridiculously off the wall. Crawford, it'll bring something out of Terrence, and I think the promotion will go really well, and the fight would be really well too, because two big names, two good styles. Well, not Broner so much, but I'm saying two exciting fighters.
Yep, I agree. Both coming from those little cities that are active,
Yeah, Cincinnati and Omaha.
Yeah, man, that'll be a good matchup. And I don't think that's a holdup for Al Heyman. You know what I mean? There's some fighters that he will protect.
Danny Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz, Deontay Wilder.
Oh, the list goes on. and then you got that 154 guy. What's his name? Oh, Laura.
Laura, the American Dream.
The American Dream. He's slightly protected too.
Yeah, a little bit. I like Laura though, but yeah, he is. A
little bit.
The fight I covered against Jan Zevic, that was one of the worst mismatches PBC ever put on.
Yeah, it's like, come on, and earlier in his career, he was a problem. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, give Laura the chance. Like, that's the thing that we're arguing about. Us boxing fans, we know that these guys have heart and have skill. Put him in there. He's been calling out Triple G. Put him in there. Make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen already. Triple G. Oh, Triple G Dominic Wade is gonna be next month. Just realized that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're already in March. What the?
Yeah, we're in March 5th already.
Today's the 5th.
Or yeah.
No, tomorrow's the 6th. Right now is the 6th.
It's the 6th right now. On the East Coast, it's the 6th.
Yep.
So yeah, insanity.
Yeah, it's going quick.
we're gonna have a great month next month. So Dominic Wade, Triple G. To be honest, I kind of already know what's gonna happen with the Triple G fight. Triple G watch that boy.
Yep.
No disrespect to Dominic Wade. Hopefully you can give Triple G a good fight, but that's just what I think. The undercard, that's what I'm waiting to see. Romo Gonzalez, dog. Chocolatito.
Yes.
TBE, the real TBE.
Is this a rematch or what's that one like?
He's fighting Nick Williams Arroyo, who's a 27-year-old Puerto Rican flyweight. He's ranked number 6. He's number 6 in Ring Magazine. This is actually going to be Romo Gonzalez's youngest opponent he's fought, because the last couple guys he's fought have been older guys, like Brian Valoria, was 34. Jason Soso is about 36, 37. So this guy's actually going to be about the same age as Romo Gonzalez.
Awesome, man. And like with this division, because see, I don't follow that division. I like Roman a lot, but what's going on with that division is so like, you know, is he the only name there?
He's like he will. I wouldn't say he's the only name. He's the only like name on the pound for pound list there. But the other name in that division would probably be the other guy he fought, which was Juan Francisco Estrada. That was like the best. That was like his best fight. I don't know if you watched that fight, but that fight was amazing. A lot of
I
people,
heard, I saw that they were supposed to do a rematch. That's why I was thinking that this one was.
yeah, a lot of people want to see the rematch of that fight, and I know Loeffler and K2 said that they want to make that a headline fight by itself.
Yeah, they have to because Roman he's a champion, bro.
That
Like,
guy's a beast.
how many wins does he have? He's getting close to Mayweather's.
He's got 43 or 44, I'm going to say. 43, 44.
Oh, the real TBE, Brendan
The
calls
real TV, I'm telling you.
real TBE
He's gonna go like 60-0, and I'm gonna be saying he's a real TV.
with
I'm gonna,
KOs and all that.
I'm gonna be getting TB hats with the TBE hats with the Nick Rodman flag on the side.
Oh man. And you know how Brendan's gonna introduce that? He's gonna sit on the court side at a Charlotte game, a Charlotte Hornet game.
I'm gonna be at a Hornets game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at a playoff game. They're gonna be playing like the Boston Celtics or something like that, and Kemba's gonna hit a game-winning shot, and you're gonna see me on TV with the TBE hat.
Yeah, and you got to do one of those poses where you're not even looking at the camera. You're just like doing one of these.
And I gotta put it in a black and white filter with song lyrics in the caption to make myself seem sophisticated.
Don't worry, I'll be in the back seats with TBE. You know what I mean? Just annoying everybody.
Yeah, man. Nah, if Roman wins this fight, it's gonna be I think the fourth guy rated in the top 10 by Ring Magazine that he's beaten his weight class.
Damn.
So that guy. You know, it's funny because boxing fans always say they want to see guys clean out the divisions, and this guy's doing it. So that's why I think he's pound for pound number one.
40 wins. Look, the guy that we saw tonight was 44 years old. He had 40 wins. And this kid's how old?
27.
44 wins. KOs. Come on, man. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, man.
Roman Gonzalez, the Roman Empire.
He's putting a weight class back on the map. Like, he's making like the real little guys like giving them airtime.
Yeah, and on top of that, nobody wants to fight him.
Nah.
Those guys don't want to fight him like that.
Nah, the mega fights for him are like, if you go a couple of weight classes higher, like those Japanese dudes, all those Japanese.
Yeah.
All those guys are killers, like Yamanaka and Nui. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really watched too much of them. I've seen like little highlights and stuff, but
yeah,
I know they're killers.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those fights. I love the presentation, how they set it up. But like I don't think he could do it. I think he's gonna be there for a while. I think that's where he's gonna be because, I mean, what is he, like 2 divisions away from Leo Santa Cruz or something like that?
He's a couple, like about 3 divisions away from Leo Santa Cruz.
3? Oh, so he's really small.
Yeah, he's fighting at flyweight. It's like what, 115, 112, something like that. So.
Oh wow.
No, he's already. I think flyweight might be his like 3rd weight class actually, because he started from strawweight. Because he's flyweight is 112 pounds, and then junior bantamweight, that's what, like 115, something like that. So this guy,
I don't know. I find him to be entertaining.
That's the thing though. People don't understand. Like they say, oh, Roman Gonzalez, that small guy needs to move up. I'm like, no, dog. He's already at his 3rd weight class. Like he could maybe move up a 4th, but that's it. He could probably get up to 115 tops.
Yeah, I'm sure if there was someone that was around him, they would try to force him to fight that guy. Yeah. But he's already doing his thing, and he's fighting skilled fighters, people that are proven, that are seasoned, and he's just better. So.
Yeah, I think he should fight the Japanese dude. That's probably the fight because he could probably make 115. The Japanese dude is like same age as him. He's definitely a killer. That's like a true 50-50 fight. So.
Yeah, and then if you go to Japan, you got ratings for life.
ratings upon ratings upon ratings. So
Yeah, there's no problems over there.
I want to get me a shirt with Roman Gonzalez's picture on it that says TBE or the real TBE.
The real TB, Roman Gonzalez, the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire is just beginning. No, but
Knocking out dudes, man.
he's probably the best. Like, I mean, I know Manny Pacquiao is a little man, but Manny Pacquiao moved up a lot of weight classes. So I mean,
Quick.
quick. So I don't really want to count Manny Pacquiao, but I'm saying like, as far as guys who just stayed at one weight class, he's probably like the best little man since like Ricardo Lopez.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. Do your homework, man. Do your Googles. If
Do your
you're
homework.
younger than 18, do your Googles, man.
Ricardo
Ricardo
Lopez,
bro.
El Finito, 51, 0-1, dog. Undefeated. All right, the other real TBE.
See that this is why he's calling him the real TBE. You calling Roman that because you think that he's gonna top this guy's record, right?
Yeah, I think
Ricardo
Roman. I don't think nobody can beat Roman. I think he's gonna beat. As long as barring any ridiculous tragedies or injuries, he'll be fine.
Yeah, no car accidents or
Car accidents, plane crashes,
airbags,
or bombings. Like, cause have you heard of the story of that one guy from I think he's from Yemen, and he was like 9-0 with 9 knockouts, and over there in Yemen they were calling him TGE. They called him the greatest ever.
Oh, what year is this?
This is like a year ago, 2 years ago.
TGE.
Yeah, his name was Ali Rami or something like that.
What happened to him?
He was like 9-0 with 9 knockouts, but he was fighting in Yemen against nobodies. If you watch the highlights to his fights, they're hilarious. Like he walks into the ring, like he's walking towards the ring with guy, and the guys behind him have like machine guns, and they're like ISIS members.
Oh wow.
That's what it looked like. Imagine if Mayweather walked into the MGM Grand with a bunch of guys who had assault rifles and machine guns, and like his opponents just looking at him.
Is he really that important?
Who, Ali Rami?
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now. He got killed in an airstrike.
What?
He got killed in an airstrike about a couple of, I think I'm gonna say 9 months ago. And it was funny too, because he actually fights around the same weight class as Roman Gonzalez, and people, he was saying that he wanted to fight Roman Gonzalez when he was alive.
Oh man.
Look him up though. If you look him up, you'll see him.
Ali.
Yeah, he's like the biggest mystery ever, because he's like 9-0 with 9 knockouts, but he's in Yemen, but he died in an airstrike, and like there's not a whole lot out on him out there.
Wow. So okay, what are we gonna say is the biggest shocker of the night? Was it Jessie Vargas's win, or was it Tate from UFC? Even though we're boxing family over here, we don't care about being biased. We will be biased, but that's just the truth.
I'm gonna say Jessie Vargas beating Sadam Ali was more surprising to me, just because like the UFC things like that happen all the time, because you have
there's tons of heartbreakers there.
Yeah, and you always have like all these different fighting styles and all this stuff, and if one person knows how to use a certain style a certain way, then they can always upset the other person. So it's not, when you see an upset in UFC, it's not that surprising, but upsets in boxing are a lot harder, because it's just your fists, it's you're using your mind, and when you have less weapons, you gotta be really sharp up here.
And it's 3-minute rounds.
3-minute rounds.
Like 5. That's a huge difference. You get tired, bro. These guys, they were gassing out the second round, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz.
Yeah, man. It's insanity. So,
I agree with you that Jessie Vargas was a bigger upset, and the Tate versus Holly Holmes fight was good, but I spoke to some of my UFC friends, and they were like, nah, Holly Holmes can't do any ground fighting, so
yeah,
it's like you said.
Well, it's not just that too. Like Jessie Vargas, I gotta be honest when it comes to Jessie Vargas. When he fought Timothy Bradley, I mean, up until the last round, he looked like, pretty much to me from watching him fight, Timothy Bradley was making him look like a C-level fighter. And when he came out on all these various boxing outlets, whether it was Fight Hype or the Boxing Boy, shout out to Sean Zattel for reviewing him. He just sounded very delusional, talking about, I I had him finished, and he had unfinished business, and I need my rematch, and all this stuff. He sounded very delusional, and he definitely earned a rematch tonight. If Bradley goes and beats Pacquiao and wants another crack at a world title, there it is. He can get his rematch with Jessie Vargas. Vargas can finally get his redemption in beating Bradley. So he's earned that. He's earned that opportunity if it should present itself.
I agree. And one thing I want to say, and I don't want to be too critical on boxers or whatever like that, because everyone has a way of putting food on the table for your family and everything like that. But one thing I gotta say about Jessie Vargas, this dude really impressed me in his post-fight interview. He could talk. Like, he was really going, and he proved it. Like, he proved that he could get in there again with Timothy Bradley, and he sold himself. Like, there was no one there to translate or say this or talk to my promoter. Nah, the dude was straight up like, yo, see, guys, I told you, I should be fighting Timothy Bradley. And basically what I was trying to say before I got into saying that Jessie Vargas could talk is that if boxers could try to speak the second language, try to pick up the English a little bit better, tighten up your words and everything, or just go to school, take it a little bit more serious, and maybe you could sell yourself more than depending on a promoter or just talking broken English all the time. Because I'm not going to say that my English is the best or whatever, but I would sometimes prefer if Triple G could talk a little bit better English. And not to diss him, it's getting better, but it's still broken. He gets on crazy amounts of he gets on like these big shows. He gets on ESPN, he gets on TMZ, he gets on Sports Nation on ESPN again, like on different shows of ESPN. So it's like he has a lot of advantages and a lot of opportunity. If he was up there speaking clear English, then. But that's just my take, though.
Yeah.
Pacquiao's a beast. He's one of the best of all time, right? And he doesn't speak the greatest English.
That boy speaks some of the worst English ever. Me promoter, Bob Arum.
Pacquiao.
Yeah, I love Pacquiao, but yeah. I mean, well, in all fairness, Floyd Mayweather's English isn't the best either.
No.
He speaks pretty broken English.
Repetitive.
Yeah, he was like straight up and down, no special effects.
Yep. That's typical. Don't make me put the hat on, Brad.
Oh no, please.
Don't make me put the hat on, man.
Do I gotta go grab my TMT shirt?
Nah, not today, man. Let's do this for a bigger event.
I have a TMT shirt that my friend gave me. I wore it only one time. It was pretty weird.
Let's hold that for Khan versus Canelo, and then let's see if people really want to see the entertainment.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put on my Mayweather shirt that says 48-0 undefeated TBE. It has like him wearing boxing gloves with money on them.
It's funny, man. Freaking the people that get the ones that criticize Floyd always get presents from Floyd fans, right? They're so gracious.
I don't know why, because I have so many videos on here going in on Floyd. So.
Crazy. Do you think he's ever gonna come back?
Yeah, I'd never considered him retired. I never bought into any of that.
Got you. I'm same here.
Yeah, so like I think he's gonna come back and he's gonna fight Danny Garcia.
Oh man, that would be terrible.
He's either gonna fight Danny Garcia or Josecito Lopez. He's gonna do something like that.
Oh my gosh, or maybe Salka.
So, yes, he's like Rod Salka is a tough competitor. This is the guy I cannot overlook.
Oh, the biggest promotion. You can't get bigger promotion than that.
But have you ever watched the videos from Danny Garcia and Rod Salka, like the press conferences and stuff?
No, because I didn't want to see that fight.
Oh, they're hilarious. There's like Angel Garcia is like, listen, Danny is a champ of the world, and he's not overlooking this guy, and then he didn't even know his name. He's like, what's his name? Salka. He's not overlooking Salka.
Salka. Jesus. That dude didn't even look like he was in shape, man.
Oh man, you know he's running for political office in Pennsylvania now, right?
Congrats. If you can find something good in life, do it.
Yes, Rod Salka, from the World Championship boxing to political office.
Yep. I think David Diaz does the same though. I think he's in some kind of I don't know. A
That's
lot of
a
people switch up careers sometimes.
yeah. I want Shannon Briggs to be our president.
Oh, let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. So,
Wow.
this country would be very will get a huge shakeup if Shannon Briggs was the president.
Imagine Shannon Brigg supporters versus Donald Trump support. Bro, that would be the ultimate face-off.
Shannon Briggs versus Donald Trump.
Shannon Briggs supporters versus Donald Trump supporters. Yo, that would be the most entertaining thing in the world, man.
The insanity.
That would be funny.
Yeah, 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 man. But yeah, man, it's what is it? It's 2:47 a.m. here on the East Coast. What is it over there? Like 11:47.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm actually gonna have to get to bed. We're gonna have to wrap this up. But any final thoughts, Raph?
Nah, congratulations to all the winners from UFC to boxing. I can't wait to see the next upcoming fights. Thank you to TSS, Brandon Taylor, and hopefully we can continue to do this. Also want to do one with you on basketball as well one day.
Yes, I've been trying to get that done, but we'll probably get that done. Probably get that done this week. So.
Yeah, or when the playoffs hit.
Yes, that'd be the perfect time.
All right, my brother.
All right, thank you, Raph.
Take care, man.
All right,
Peace.
peace.